Podcast.
What's up, everybody? This is your girl Hendrix Monae, and this is another episode of Shit Talk No Fragrance. And today I have with me, I'm gonna just let him introduce himself. Y'all should know him by now, but go ahead.
Man, Kip Monroe, aka Algero, aka the coolest cousin on your planet and on your block. Mr. IP, what's happening? How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. I was trying to do my AKA tip, but I fell off on the third one.
Oh, okay. I can't think of no AKAs right now. Hendrix Monae.
Hendrix Monae.
That's what y'all get today. You know, AKA Chrissy. Y'all know my name. Shit. AKA Crystal. Whoever y'all want to call me, whatever. But I brought Mr. LP with me today because we kind of don't be on like the same side of different little topics that most people be on. And so, you know, we got this hot topic that's going on right now about the greatest rapper of all time, H-O-V-A, Hova, Ola Ovito, Jay-Z, Sean Corey Carter, you know, Jigga what? Jigga who? Jigga Man. We also, we're going to get into a little bit of a conversation that was about Lizzo. If y'all don't know who Lizzo is, I love Lizzo. She put out a little tweet that kind of got her a little hate by the Future Hive with his whack ass, you know. But whatever, you know. I'm sorry, you know. I'm sorry. He may be a great dude. He may be a great like producer or whatever. There's only one song of his I actually like. Well, it's not really his song. It's a song with Tamar where he's featured on it, and the only thing he says in the song, "Do you love the way I do when I'm loving your body?" That's about it. That's about the only time I have ever liked Future. Like I can't think of. My granny like Mask Off though. She loved that damn song.
Mask Off was cool. I can't think. I'll pull the album up later, but let's see. Stick Talk. Shouts out to Matt Lover. She put me on that song. Stick Talk. That whole the syrup album. I gotta find.
Oh God, the whole Druggy album.
Yeah. Well, no, it's like the white album with the. I'll bring it up later, but nevertheless, Stick Talk is my favorite one.
I mean, I'm not a part of the Future Hive. I can't really say that I actually listen to his music. I do, however, listen to Lizzo. I prefer her because one, she's like on some positive type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't always want to be talking about being doped up and you know, in love and stuff like that. Sometimes a bitch just want to be happy.
Right.
I just want to smile a little bit.
Nothing wrong with
I just want to smile a little bit, which I don't understand why y'all don't like Chin's album, because he in love with his wife, so y'all don't like his album. Y'all suck. Y'all ass. I like it. I like it. I just want to throw it in there. Chance, I'm about the only person that like your album, okay? I be looking on Twitter. I don't know why they hate it. I like it. Whatever.
I'm missing all this talk.
You don't be on there like I.
Okay.
You don't be on there as much no more, but I be like scrolling through, looking at stuff to talk about shit about.
Yeah.
So it's like, they went in on Chance too by the album. You know, they want, they
Chance
rather,
is such a happy guy. Like
they don't want him to be happy. They're like, that's kind of like how we prefer Mary J. Blige after a breakup, as opposed to when she married. Because the married albums don't be hit.
I like the Happy Mary.
You do?
I miss with Happy Mary.
I like Fine, that Mary album. I like that album, Mary. But I can't really say that her other Happy albums really like hit me the way 411 when she was going through with KC.
Of course.
No More Drama album and all that,
That new song she got on with Nas too, I like that. It's such a cool song. Like it puts her in a good space. But when she's in that other space, I'm like, damn.
I haven't heard the new song with Nas, and I'm a big Mary fan. Happy or not, I prefer the other albums, but I'm a big Mary fan. But I haven't heard her latest song. Speaking of Mary,
Auntie Mary.
And I'm gonna jump back to the other topic, but since we brought up Mary, can you tell me what you've been doing for the last 25 years to keep your knees the way that they are? Because you've been bouncing. People be talking about Meg Thee Stallion knees. No, Auntie, your knees. What do you do to keep those same knees? The way you be bouncing around them heels and them boots and stuff on stage. I need to know what she's doing because I wish I would. Try to bounce and you just saw me try to crawl past it. I damn near died trying to crawl to get over here to this damn chair.
Oh, man. She's like what, 40, 49, right? Yeah.
They'll be bouncing and shaking and kicking in boots The heels,
yeah, the heels be so high.
First of all, Auntie, come out with a boot line. You're known for your boots. Come out with a boot line. I'll buy them. I might not be able to afford them. I have to like save up for about a year. But I get one pair for you, Auntie.
But a regular pair, well, a typical nice pair of boots is what, about 100?
I don't know. I'm
so
cheap.
Bucks?
I'm cheap.
Well,
you know, I go to Ross. I go right in Ross. $29.99 in Ross.
You might have to wait. You might have to wait for like a year before, you know, when they go through the little lines and then it ends up in Ross.
Okay.
Or the
I'm
outlet.
gonna have to do something because I ain't gonna get it right off. I can't go.
Yeah, she probably gonna try about 3, 4. Easily.
But do it, Auntie.
Yeah.
And let us hold your knees. You know, I need those knees for
Switch
just one day.
out.
Just one day. Let me hold your knees for one day. I'm gonna give them back.
Right.
Butter up. Miss Lizzo. Miss, you could have had a bad bitch. You ever heard that song?
Yeah.
I love Lizzo. She made a tweet. Well, she posted a tweet that basically said that she doesn't understand. Well, I'm gonna just read it to y'all. Shit. Sometimes I get pissed that there are people who call Future and Sway Lee rappers and still question whether or not I belong in the rap conversation. But then I remember I have a number 4 song in the country, laugh and go back to my dream job and log off. So of course, the Future Hive, you bitches, came and had to
Is
like.
it really called Future Hive?
Future Hive. It's called Future Hive.
Oh wow. I thought it was just a joke. Okay.
No, they really are the
They
Future
call it
Hive because you know
Beehive,
you got the Beehive. Everybody want to be the bee like Beyonce and stuff.
Yeah.
Look, what you say about the Beehive?
No, I'm talking about Future
Oh,
Hive.
okay.
Like,
I'm gonna say you sit here with
name
one.
for that. Like,
Sit here.
that's we ain't going down there.
Hold up. All right, we're gonna bring it back. We're gonna bring it back.
You said she was about to
We're
buzz
about
me.
to change the whole episode around. Hold up.
Shouts out to the Beehive. Beehive.
I ain't that crazy Beehive. I ain't that crazy people that be, you know, popping up at your house, pulling up your IP address and where your kids go. I ain't that crazy Beehive. I'm just a huge Beyonce fan.
Wow.
That is it. Okay? I'm not no bar.
They could have given another name for the Hive, the Future Hive though. They could have another name.
He ain't need no damn hive for his trash ass. Anywho. The Future Hive came at Lizzo saying, you know, why did she even bring them up? They saying that she shouldn't have name dropped. And I hear what y'all are saying, but basically what she's saying is, I'm this type of artist. Like, you have the male artists that are exactly like I am. Why are they considered rappers, but I'm not? Basically.
Okay.
So, but people felt like, oh, you ain't have to throw their names out there, blah, blah, blah. And it went to, oh, she big, she fat, her bad body, out of shape ass. First of all, the people that was tweeting, y'all dudes, some of y'all was shaped like Patrick. Talking about how she was shaped. I'm going to need y'all not to talk about nobody goddamn shape. I can't stand you dudes that feel like y'all want to talk about these big girls, but then you shape worse than her or your mama. Go tell Big Bertha ass about that shit. That she shaped wrong. I ain't even little, but goddamn, I ain't out here looking at the big dude. Nigga, you, no. If you gonna talk, I'm gonna need you to be Idris Elba fine. Okay? Even then, don't talk
Even,
that
I'm about to
shit.
say, even
Shut
then,
up.
even then, don't even do that.
Don't even say nothing. Like, shut up, because it literally was a conversation about music, and y'all made it about her appearance. Okay? If we want to go to appearance, Future's ugly as fuck. If we gonna do it that way, to me personally, little boy's cute, but he looks like his mom. So, but you know, I'm sorry. I'm just taking over this whole thing.
No, you good. I mean, like I was saying before we cut this on, that definitely sounds like a defense mechanism. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, unfortunately, most guys feel like, okay, like, you know how guys holler at girls.
Oh God.
That whole thing. Hey, Charlotte, what's happening? And the girl be like, no, thank you.
Oh,
Shut your bald head ass up. Like, come on, man. That's the first thing you got to say about that. So that was that mechanism that came out. That didn't make no sense to me. Not to mention everybody has the right to their own goddamn opinion.
They do. They absolutely do. And if she feels that way, she feels that way. Like, I didn't understand why if she said that, why y'all couldn't keep the conversation about music.
I forgot. And we sit here talking about it. There was one particular time she said something else about
critics.
Months ago,
About critics. Like,
about the
music critics.
Yeah, about when that situation, that's the first time I got wind of Lizzo. And I'm just like, you know, it was an opinion first. Second, it was a valid opinion. And I was just like, okay, I was like, damn, why y'all attacking her like that?
Because I think her thing was about the music was she's an artist. And it's all of these other critics out there that are not artists that are putting all of these think pieces out about her music. When you're not an artist, like, don't talk about my shit. This is my work. This is my love. You're not even an artist. You have no kind of training. Who are you to say, oh, that shit was trash? Like, what's the people, I don't even know the magazine, Red Hot Tomatoes, something like that, where they're always critiquing stuff, but they really... It's a music.
Okay.
Where they critique people's albums, but a lot of them have like no musical experience at all. And so that's basically what she was saying. Like, you have no musical experience, and this is my life. This is me putting my all into this particular album, and you guys are just basically shitting on it. But at the same time, on the flip side, me as a consumer, I'm not an artist. Do I have some musical background? Yes, but I'm not an artist. But I'm able to say, I don't like this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making think pieces about it. But I'm able to be like, this ain't my cup of tea.
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, that's coming from a consumer standpoint. So that's okay for you not to have, for you to have that opinion. Now, when it comes to local media, journalists and stuff like that, you have to have some type of knowledge behind that. You have to have some type of educated theory about all this stuff. That's when you break that, it gets broken down a little bit more. You got to have good synopsis about it. So that makes it different from the consumer versus the journalist or the media or whatnot. Consumer can easily just say, I don't like it.
Right.
I mean, that's just personal being, but for a journalist, me being in communications, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm learning more and more that you got to have an educational, like, theory to back up that stuff. Right. So if you coming out the gate and don't have no musical experience,
shut up.
And you a journalist, you need to be finding what's your interest.
Right.
And that's just, that's the bottom line of that. So I get that, but I mean, like I said, that's the difference between consumers and journalists or whatever. It's communications world. They just be hiring anybody. They're like, okay, you can fulfill this job, write about this, you can go ahead and do it. But I don't know, it sucks, man.
So you being an artist, since we're there and we know that you're an artist, you are not only is he DJ LP, he is Mr. LP, the rapper, the hip hopper, rapper, DJ. Come on.
Oh, all the stuff I do?
Listed rapper, DJ.
Actor, host,
host,
podcaster,
producer, Drew Sweet,
curator, your favorite cousin. But all that stuff, yeah. So, as an artist, what you mean?
How do you feel? Have you ever had anybody like write these think pieces? How do you feel when somebody goes on these rants, I would say, about your music, or has it ever happened?
It's happened a couple times, but the people, I just had to consider the source. And so you remember the conversation I had about what makes things legit? That whole conversation, like, I'm gonna do a part 2 of it, and I really want to find out who determines the people that are legit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I'm more in the scholar aspect of it. So now I can kind of read people and be like, okay, you might have a degree, but let's see the work that you've done and the stuff that you've written. I look more into it. But for these little Joe Blows out here that just pick up a good time, just feel like, okay, well, because that's the thing to do. A lot of people don't understand as far as an artist. It's so easy to be like, okay, well, I'm an artist and I'm a journalist too. Because you would think that the musician would be able to speak clearly on a lot of that stuff, but it's still technical shit that they gotta get into.
So is there a difference? And I'm a big Prince fan, so I'm gonna ask you. So Prince was a musician to me. So you feel like there's a difference between a musician and an artist? Like, you can be a rapper but not a musician, or a singer but not a musician?
No, Prince was a musician.
I agree with you.
He was definitely a musician. And this is outside of him actually picking up a guitar or a piano. Like, a musician, it goes a little deeper. Like, culturally, like, when you shift in the culture, you know what I'm saying? When you're being an example of what a musician is, or an artist is supposed to be, that's a part of being a musician. Like, that's a component. It's almost like the MC and the rapper. Like, the rapper is like a chip from the MC level. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. So you got the MC.
Break that out for me.
Huh?
Break that out.
All right, so it's like hip hop and rap.
Oh, okay. You just broke it down. That was so crystal clear for me. Crystal clear.
So that's easy. That's exactly what it is. So, like, an artist will be a part of the musicship, you know what I'm saying, musicianship of the whole spectrum of things. That's why when I put on my bios, I put hip hop musician. So it just doesn't limit me to saying rapper or DJ. You know what I'm saying? I do podcasts and I write. I do all this other stuff that's pertaining to hip hop. So yeah, I mean, people, like I said, go back to me. It's happened to me before, but I pull people's cars all day.
Yes, you do.
Listen,
yes,
it was like
years
ago. Like years ago, man. And shouts out to Folio Weekly. We got the best like relationship now. But before, like I was going at they next. I was like, who are writing these papers? Like, you guys are not at these venues when we perform. You guys are not in the studio capturing all these moments that we build up, and ultimately it's our lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, we putting our lives on the table. So for you to come and just be like, oh yeah, he raps like Will Smith, like, bitch, you don't even realize I got songs that I'm like going at people's necks, and I'm artistically like putting that in order. But you want to just be like, okay, let me just write this just so I get a paycheck.
Right. And first of all, rapping like Will Smith is not a bad thing. We can't even go there with Will Smith from back then and now and his impact on the hip hop industry. But we ain't got time.
At all.
We can go there, but we ain't got time. I ain't gonna keep him all day because that would be a long conversation. That would be a long conversation right there. Speaking of venues and shows, Fly Socks and Tees.
Indeed.
Okay, so what was it? August 3rd?
3rd, yeah.
August 3rd, he had this banging ass concert. I know y'all saw my post because I was a part of the media, and thank you
shouts out
once
to
again.
Shit Top Don't Fade, man. Y'all
Thank
listen.
you.
She represented so hard, man, and I'm just I want her to like grow so hard. I'm so in the trenches. I'm in the trenches and I'm in the front, but I'm looking at her and being like, look,
appreciate it, man.
She gonna kill this shit, man. Like, y'all please pay attention to her.
Nervous as hell.
That's cool.
I was
You're supposed to be nervous.
This is the thing though, because it was like it was you, and I'm like, man, it's just LP. Then I saw you on the stage, and I'm like,
why?
Because it was just like it was a different setting, I would say. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't just shit talk here, sit down behind a mic talking to you. It was okay. Now you got to go out here in this crowd and talk to people, and it was like, I don't want to fuck your shit up. I don't want to fuck your shit up.
It's a different
By the way, I have to send you the video before I post it.
Okay.
I want your approval. Okay. And I have to say, I can't drop box it because it's too large.
Big,
yeah, so I have to get it to you a different way. But it was an amazing show. Yeah. Amazing. Look, when I talked about it before, like last season, and I told y'all it's kind of like you walk in, you on the dance floor, you walk out from being off the dance floor. I walked in, nobody was in the venue, but DJ Butter was DJing. I was on the floor by my damn self. Okay, y'all will see it on the video, but I was on the floor by myself because he was playing a little bit of Eric Badu, and I love me some Erica. Y'all saw my picture of my shower curtain. But
he was on that too. He was probably doing the sound check.
He was just doing the sound check, and I was like, okay, Butterbean, all right. So I was on the dance floor by my damn self in the video. I didn't even know I was being recorded till I saw the video a little bit later. Right. But yes, beginning to end.
Wow.
Start to finish. Okay, y'all have to come out. I know I have some people that's like in St. Louis and stuff and wanting to get out here to the show. You keep missing it. Get your ass here. It's around August every year, mainly.
So we're gonna get a date for next month, man. Like next month, I'm gonna go ahead and just release that date, and just try to set up some stuff like some hotels, like discounts and all that shit. Like,
really trying to get some people here, man. Because when they seeing like my videos and my posts, like in the group that we're in. What the hell is that? What's going on? What the shit, Duval, y'all doing it like?
Yeah.
I know y'all
it's little spots, but I mean, when we do
it depends on who you know.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
it's always something going on. You just gotta know.
Yeah.
You just gotta look, basically.
Yeah, man. But man. Shouts out to Shit Talk No Face for that, man. She did a great job on it, man. That's why I say that.
Shit.
Well,
that's some people behind the scene, one or two, but
still, like you're the motion of it. So it was beautiful to have it there. Shouts out to the banner too, man. Like the banner. Yes. If y'all saw the banner, man, the banner is like it was very honorable, very honorable.
I enjoyed that. I thought it was like super dope, and that was my gift.
Well, thank you.
That was my thank
you. That was
you.
awesome. And my Crenshaw hat too.
That was another thank you. Y'all, okay. People probably see him tag me, thank you, Hendrix. He does a lot behind the scenes that y'all don't even know about. And he will not accept payment. Like, I have said to him so many times, what's your cash app? What's your cash app? He will ignore the hell out of me.
And I never ignore her. Never. I might be busy, but I'm going to come back and like respond to her. But as soon as she be like, cash app, I just be like, let's throw my phone.
So, here's the hat. Here's the banner. Thank you.
I appreciate
it.
You
know what I'm saying? He won't. You're going to have to stop that. I'm like, look, here's the game. Anybody else, I would have to pay.
Yeah.
You're my friend. I still want to pay you
for your services. I appreciate it.
Okay. All right. So we don't get all off topic, but fly socks and tees. Let's go to the hot topic.
Yeah.
To the hot. Mr. Jigga Jay-Z.
You started off or I'm starting?
You go ahead. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
We just gonna be throwing stuff. All right,
we can just let me actually pull up a little bit. I'm gonna pull up some of these old stinking ass tweets and stuff that I saw. and if y'all don't know me, I'm a huge Jay-Z fan. Okay, I'm a huge Jay-Z fan. I'm not a fan to the point where I don't feel like he can't do no wrong. But I am a huge Jay-Z fan, and I feel like he is just not getting the benefit of the doubt right now. Like, y'all are just like, just last month, it was like, yeah, he just got him out of jail. Now, oh, this nigga's a coon. Right. Like, how the fuck, just that fast? But go ahead, you do your thing.
So, well, I just got this, before I came over, and my friend sent it to me. It says, love Jay-Z and take a knee.
Damn, that ended the whole segment, right? That ended the
whole
segment.
No, we did not. And we're going to go back and talk about these little stupid ass, we're going to talk about these stupid ass tweets. These stupid ass publications.
Now, y'all know also, if y'all don't know me, I love Talib Kweli. He has a song called Miss Hill, dedicated to Lauryn Hill, but I want to dedicate it to Jamil Hill. Miss Hill, what the deal? Like, why you gotta write this think piece 2 seconds after the news came out that he was going to be partnering with the NFL for their social injustice inactive and their entertainment portion?
Yeah, sure.
Damn, Jamil, like, I rock with you, Jamil. Like, I love the fact that you're a black woman in the sports industry. I love sports myself. And you're very outspoken, and I just love how you be going off on these people on Twitter, too. Like, girl, you be handling them damn trolls.
She be finding a lot of people for it.
But it was just like, can he get a moment? Like, the news popped out, and you immediately wrote a think piece for The Atlantic, like, basically saying he shit on Colin. Like, how did he shit on Colin? Go ahead, Pete.
It was funny when I because that was the first article I read. So when I'm reading the article, I didn't even see that Jamil Hill wrote it. So I'm reading and I'm like, okay. I'm like, typical piece. Some parts was showing, she was trying to do the both side aspect of it, but then at the end it was just like, it basically said you're a coon.
Right.
Or capitalist or whatever. And I saw her name on it, I was like, damn, why does she, because I'm like I'm kind of corner, I'm still trying to figure her out. Mm-hmm. As far as, because her podcast, Unbothered, very dope. Mm-hmm. Very dope. But like, some of the other stuff I be reading from her, I'm just like, it just seems like it's a little bit more outspoken, and it's like, no logical opinion behind it. If that makes sense. It's just, I don't know, it just, some stuff that she be saying, I don't think she thinks clearly about it or give it a chance. And that's the problem I have with this and a lot of other shit. Right. People don't give nobody a damn chance. Like, but when they're in that situation, they want people to give them the rehabilitation that they're supposed to get.
They do.
And it's like, it sucks that people think that way. And it's another post. What was the other one I sent you? The guy from
Stephen A.
No, not him, not yet.
That was a good one.
No, it was whoever wrote The Root. It was The Root.
Oh, I just saw it right before you
came.
It
was one of those think pieces too. Oh. And he was just like,
and the people from The Root, man, y'all a little shaky.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Because like, a lot of things. Sometimes I be swearing like, is this a white person writing about black? Like it be y'all a little shaky, Root.
And they got another segment which I found out that broke off. It's like the average black guy, something like that. But it's like a blog that's tied in to The Root. And it's like these 2 or 3 black guys that be.
I haven't seen that.
Man, that's what I'm saying. Like, I be, like, at this point now, I'm like questioning people's, like, legitimacy for them to be writing like this. Like, regardless if you were a legit person or not, like, the only person I felt that I really rocked with was Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
I was like, thank God that somebody came and
said it. Right. I mean, excuse me, and I said social justice inactive. I mean initiative. Because I know y'all be like, ain't active, bitch. Initiative.
Right.
Same eye. But yeah, when I had already read Jamil's thing when you sent it to me. I saw when she tweeted it out, and I was like, "Oh right, Jamil, yeah, you go, you speak, sister." No, because it's like, well, first off, before seeing hers, I saw all of the shea butter Twitter is what Fred like to call him. Freddie Briggs from the Reduced Lunch podcast like to call him shea butter Twitter. I saw some tweets, and one of them was like mad at him saying, "We're past kneeling, now let's move on to action." And they were saying that he was shitting on Colin Kaepernick when he said that, and that's not what he did at all. He was saying, okay, you've kneeled, you've brought attention to what the issues are, now let's make them put some shit into action. Okay, that's basically what he said. He didn't say, fuck your kneeling. He didn't say stop kneeling.
That's exactly how I took it when he said that.
That's exactly, and people was like, oh, he's shitting on Colin, acting like kneeling ain't action. He didn't say that wasn't action. Right. He didn't say that it wasn't action at all, but you kneeled. They hear us. Make them do something.
Yeah. I don't think I sent this to you, but Isaac Hayes, we dropping a lot of names. I don't give a shit.
I don't care.
I don't give a shit either.
They should have put it on there if they want us to say it.
Right.
And I got a lot more to drop.
So Isaac Hayes, the third, Isaac Hayes' son, he had a little post on Twitter about it as well. And at the end of it, he was like, Martin Luther King didn't have to sell out for his dream to like come true, and the stuff that he stood for it to be, No offense, but I was like, Martin Luther King got shot. Like, I'm like, what? Like, But when he said that, I was like, why would you even compare this type of situation to the Martin Luther King? I mean, but nevertheless, I understand. Like, we need these, it's always going to be a sacrificial lamb somewhere. And I feel like Cole he's putting a lot online for this. You know what I'm saying?
He is. And I'm sure he knew that he was going to get the backlash. He knew it. And you know what I hated, though? I saw the interview. Why did Charlamagne have to be there? I do not like Charlamagne as a journalist. I do not like him because, to me, he's a shit starter. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's no serious, thought-provoking ass questions coming from Charlamagne. It's some shit stirring, pot stirring type of shit coming from Charlamagne at all times. I've never seen, I apologize, I have seen one interview, and that was with Kanye, that I thought was, okay, you did good, Charlamagne. But most of the time, I can't Charlamagne.
What you thought about, you didn't think, his point of view, like, when that, I saw it yesterday.
I just saw a piece of it this morning, and he was asking, actually, I'm sure I can pull it right here.
Yeah, but I know what I took from it. My homegirl sent it to me, but she tagged me in it. Shout out to Tanya. And when I read it, I read the captions. I didn't really see the video because I was working, but I was like, the points that he was making was valid points. But I was like, coming from Charlamagne, nobody gonna take that shit seriously. You know what I'm saying? And it's because of the fact that who he is, you know what I'm saying? He is shit star.
He is. Also, why are y'all asking Jay-Z about Colin having a job when the commissioner was right there? Like, take that question right there to the commissioner. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And to those also that are saying he's just going to be a part of the entertainment, that is not all that he is doing. You obviously didn't read all of the articles about it. That is not all that he is doing.
They said from the jump that they brought in this social injustice type of programming, or, you know what I'm saying, consideration of it. So, I mean, shit. You can't, I don't know, man. People so fucking.
He literally said, Jay-Z said himself that he walked into the office and he told, what's his name, Roger, that if you're just here about a halftime show, I'm out of here. Yeah. He said himself. Like, I really feel like, and it brought up too that he's about to be a part owner of an NFL team. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see Jay making moves. Like, Jay is very fucking smart. And Jay-Z has proven himself to be for his people. Okay? Meek Mills. the kid that was being sued because of the dodgeball, the little black boy that was going to jail because of dodgeball. He put his lawyers on. He do a lot of stuff for us.
The documentaries about. I just finished watching the Meet Me documentary. And that shit,
I have to watch it. I heard it was really good.
That shit was really fucking good. And it's like for Jay-Z, he did the Trayvon Martin joint.
Trayvon Martin, Khalif Browder.
Yeah.
He does like a lot of stuff for black people behind the scenes and in front of the scenes if it gets leaked. So the fact that he's able to go in here and make this deal and y'all automatically are calling him a coon, it's just like, damn, like just yesterday he was your savior and go Jay-Z.
Right.
You know, when A$AP Rocky was over there in Sweden, y'all hit up Jay-Z, get his lawyers intact, you know what I'm saying, get his lawyers over there. But now all of a sudden he's a coon, he's a sellout, he's despicable,
right.
and y'all keep talking about Colin Kaepernick still doesn't have a job. What Colin Kaepernick was kneeling for had nothing to do with him having a job. He was kneeling for social injustices.
Right.
Okay, y'all are talking about Colin still doesn't have a job, but it's like that wasn't what the kneeling was about.
Right.
Y'all are worried about him having a job. The kneeling was about all of the police brutality and all this other stuff that's going on within our black people community. So y'all focus on Colin. Well, what about Colin? What about Colin? Okay, we still fight for this other stuff over here.
Yeah, and I think that's my biggest problem with this whole Jay-Z shenanigans. It's like, how are we gonna discredit all the shit that he's done for like the black, you know what I'm saying, for African Americans? Like all of a sudden, this one little thing, it's like, oh, fuck him. But what about the other stuff that he's done? I'm like, that alone should make people reconsider. Like, okay, I don't like this right now, but let me see how this shit play out. At the least.
Right.
At the fucking least. But people are so fucking...
They're so ready to cancel people. This cancel culture. And I'm going to say this too. I see a lot of people, I see y'all on my Facebook talk, because I'm Facebook and posting a lot of stuff about Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And you know I'm team Jay-Z and trying to see what... And y'all ain't have all that to say about Kanye. Jay-Z ain't going to say that slavery was a choice. That didn't come out of his mouth. That was Kanye. Okay, and I still ain't canceled Kanye because The College Dropout is one of my favorite albums. Top 10. Hip hop.
My Dark Twisted Fantasy, yeah.
That with 808s and Heartbreaks, I'll never stop listening to them albums.
Yeah.
Never. Did I dislike him saying that slavery was a choice? Hell, fuck yeah. But you know somebody got him together on that. What is his name? Van Lathan?
Yeah.
He got him all the way together on that this slavery was a choice situation.
Shouts out to Skills the rapper. He he said, I'd rather Jay-Z sit with the NFL versus Kanye West. I thought that was the most hilarious shit.
I absolutely agree with that too. I absolutely agree with that too. And people are saying Kanye was trying to go meet with Trump about the jail reform. But he didn't have to go put on the Make America Great Again hat to do that. You know, Kanye was just, I don't know. I love Kanye. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know what was going on with him then, and the hat, and the give me a hug, brother, and to Trump. But it's definitely not the same thing. It's not the same thing at all. But you know, whatever.
I'm trying to find these damn screenshots, like the screenshots that I was. Well,
I for your boy.
I thought I was sending you the screenshots, but I mean, I'm just this letter.
I definitely wanted to get into some of these tweets though.
No, go for it.
You ready? Okay, so first of all, Killer Mike, I love you.
Oh, he said something?
He said something. Let me show you what your boy said. You know that's your boy.
That's my
No. That's your boy. And you know he gonna come right at the throat real, and you can't do nothing but respect Killer Mike.
Yeah.
He definitely came out with something, and I was like, thank you so much. And I'll play it real quick.
Talent from black kids and poor and working class white kids that make good.
I'm starting over there.
The NFL is fueled by talent from black kids and poor and working class white kids that make good. Jay-Z has been a capitalist his entire career to celebrate one because he was one of us that made it out the streets, made it in the rooms, and he did what he could when he should. When the Grammys did not show the hip-hop portion, Jay-Z boycotted. I know because I boycotted that same year. Only Grammy I ever won. I was sad as hell after. But I stood in solidarity. Jay-Z's play, I believe, not only gives us a seat at the table, young people, young black America, it doesn't destroy what Cap knelt for. What he knelt for was proper treatment of us by state agents, the police. That does not end with him getting the job. The same way him kneeling is not an insult to the military. It is, as an American, asserting your First Amendment rights, saying something is wrong. So on both sides of this polarized issue that we're giving to narrow these wide issues and give them this narrow frame to argue, like Chauncey said, we shouldn't do that. Look for the tertiary agreements. I believe that if Jay-Z becomes his team owner, Cap gets a tryout.
Boom.
Tryout. That boy gonna be on the. He gonna be the person on the team. That's why my post on Facebook. Like I really wanted. I didn't want to put what if. But when I was just like let me just see. And I really wanted to post that same shit on Twitter. But I was like, I try to be a promotional. I try to be a promotional type of guru or whatever, and be like,
post it. Twitter would light that shit up. Post it. Like your post.
But on Facebook, I was like, let me see what's up over here. So I posted it. I was just like, what if Jay-Z gets in here, gets Kaepernick a job, and be able to perform his duties like how he's, like when I said that part, I'm like, he can still play and be able to still stand for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like with no disturbance or nothing. And he can give us a position, give more people positions like us in these corporations. Then we probably can take that information and go and run off and do our own shit.
Do our own shit. Like the Big Three League. Shout out to Ice Cube for that league. Y'all talking about we need our own league, but I don't see y'all watching the Big Three like that. Like y'all are still go Cowboys, go Patriots, which is my ass, and you know what I'm saying. Y'all ain't really locking the big.
Like Cube is literally running a full-fledged league.
Right, and it's actually dope as fuck. It's great to see those our favorite players from back in the day actually out there on the court doing their thing. You know what I'm saying?
Talking shit like how it was like the 90s, man, when Gary Payton,
that's my boy.
Gary Payton, this nigga would talk shit to his grave.
Yes,
but I love it though. I love the energy of that. I love how Cube, you know what I'm saying, like an African American guy, came from talking about social injustice and you know what I'm saying in the early 90s. Like he was on that shit so hard for him to be like, okay, let me turn this shit around and do these movies and put people on and have these publications and then turn around and have like a big league. Like, okay, nobody said nothing about him, but like, you don't think Hov going that direction too?
I feel within my heart of hearts that he's finna snake his way in here and make a whole lot of moves for us. I do not feel like y'all saying, what he did with Dame. We don't all know the inside story of him and Dame's dealings. We don't know. Dame probably shady too, or whatever they had going on, probably some mess. I ain't even going. But what I'm looking at is Jay-Z now.
Right.
What Jay-Z does for us now. The 444 Jay-Z. Y'all are looking at the reasonable doubt Jay-Z. The man has grown. He is married to beautiful ass Beyonce. And they're doing a lot of stuff for black people. Beyonce wouldn't even go take a dang on a job with, what was it, Nike? Or who did she go to first before Adidas? Because they didn't have any black staff.
I want to say it was Nike.
Nike? Yeah. She walked out and went to Adidas because they did not have enough black staff for her. And for y'all that are bringing up Beyonce in this shit, like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. They said
I know they're saying stuff, but I didn't see shit. Like,
bruh. They talking about her and her husband are only using the black issues to get money. They don't really care about it. And I'm like, who? Beyonce knows? Like, how? Like, this girl is super black. Her mom and dad, they're super black. Her sister are super black. Everything that she does is black.
But I just...
How?
For them to be in the positions that they're in, I don't know. It baffles the living shit out of me that people feel like, okay, well, out the gate, now if you want to come out the gate and talk about these issues being black and black on black and black, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you have to position yourself in situations
before you can do stuff. She couldn't have did this dangerously in love, Beyonce.
No, or
she
even Destiny's Child, like none of that.
Right.
But now she has the voice. She has the people, and that's why you got shit like Formation coming out. That's why you got fucking Homecoming coming out. Like
when she did that Super Bowl halftime show with the afros, she's able to do that. Now she pissed off so many people. If y'all could have been on Twitter, and I'm a big football fan, so I'm on Twitter at the same time, and I'm seeing the comments about the halftime show and the afros and coming from all of these others that had an issue with it. So she's in that position now where she can do it. Like I don't understand how y'all just automatically turn your backs on these people.
Another thing too, like I'm talking about my black people. I love my black people with all my heart. But we got to take ownership into a lot of shit.
All right, Q. Come on, Q.
We sit here.
Come on, Q.
We sit here and talk so much shit about we don't get positions and chance to do this, and white people are quick to like shun us, and like we can't wear our hair down and wear dreads and locks and afros and stuff. But then when somebody gets up there and do it in that position, we shit on them.
Y'all like Jay-Z.
I don't fucking get it. Like we complain all the fucking time about we don't have any type of understanding. Nobody understands us. Black people, we don't, we da 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 da. And then when a black person gets up there and we have to snake our way into the system. Snake our way into the system. Then it's a goddamn problem. Like, at the least with this Jay-Z situation, we should have been like,
oh shit, Hov got some shit going on.
All the business people or the people that think business like should have just took a seat back. Like when I saw that shit, I was like, oh. Like I'm going through Twitter, Twitter, we on a regular shit. When I saw that, I was like, oh, let me hit this link. Oh, okay.
Right. Exactly.
Well, let me sit back in
and see what's going to happen.
See what the fuck going on. This is a power move. Cause like I'm thinking about within the past at least past two years, these documentaries that Jay-Z's been like putting out, executive producing, like bringing awareness to social injustice.
That's
social
exactly
injustice.
What it is.
Like,
and what's her name? Who did When They See Us? Ava, I love you, cousin. You don't want to be called auntie.
What,
Ava DuVernay that does Queen's Sugar and did When They See Us. But please stop. I saw your tweet as well, ma'am. And I still stand with Cap and ma'am.
You know who I really want to shut up? Kaepernick, girlfriend.
Thank you. Kaepernick girlfriend. So are you privy to all of his conversations, ma'am? You don't know about all of his conversations that he has ever had, okay?
I'm saying that
I'm
saying this in like a so respectful way.
I'm not. Shut up. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I just want her to, and not even hush. I just want her to shut up. Just shut
the fuck up. And then what Dave Chappelle did, shut the fuck up.
Please, because it's like you ain't making it no better, man. And a lot of people feel like And then I was talking Friday, and they said, well, she's just being a respectful, the supportive girlfriend or whatever. I'm like, this is when you need to realize the difference between business and the personal shit.
Right.
Y'all had on pillow talks, but when you in public,
like Aisha Curry. Shh. Go.
Let's read this.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I just said it.
No, you good. No. That was
shots fired.
No, that was what I wanted to say. So
okay, so I just seen. I told y'all I was gonna throw some tweets at y'all. This is the latest one. It was just updated 1 minute ago by on Twitter at @DDJR_7. Kaepernick kneeled so that Jay-Z could walk into the NFL, form a strategic partnership, and produce positive results for the same issues that the protests highlighted. But feel free to critique away. Thank you, sir. We appreciate that. I'm gonna highlight some of these dumbass tweets too.
Let's highlight some.
I'm gonna go through some of these dumbass tweets. I'm sure that I say, oh, y'all gonna put the imaginary play of Jay-Z on there. Y'all wrong for that.
What was that saying?
That's the I think that's like the.
No, I know that video.
That's
what they said though.
Jay-Z, Biggie, AZ, Dame. Speaking of AZ, I love AZ. Dame, Emery, Ty, Smooth the Hustler, Lil C's, Adrian Hannibal. What is that? Waz P. I don't know that. And Beehive playing with Monopoly with real money in 1996. They were 22 to 26 years old. That made me think about the Imaginary Players video. Mm-hmm. But let's see. I'm tired of Jay-Z bashing. Me too. Who you? At Devontae, I'm tired of it too, Devontae Swing. I'm sick of it. All right. So I saw so many like crazy tweets. I probably would have to pull up Jamil Hill's feed to see it.
She been there like that?
Her replies. The people that replied to her tweet went in. But it's like
There's a lot of local people that let's not get
Go ahead, get to them. Get to them.
It's a lot of our local friends and
you know,
and
I
associates.
I saw that post when you said, "Look at my post." I looked at your post.
Mm-hmm.
Who the girl? Let me put. I can't pull it up on my phone because my phone over there.
Nah.
But she bringing up all kinds of shit that ain't had what this goddamn social injustice initiative right now. And I was like, ma'am, I didn't comment because I would have spent all day arguing on your post. And I decided to save it for.
Was it Brandy?
It might, yes,
Brandy.
her. Brandy, because you didn't agree with it. That's why you remember her name. So
yeah, because I was just like, I mean, you know, my Facebook or anywhere.
You can't post nothing.
Well, any of my socials, like, you know, I have no problem with people speaking. And now I do state that when you're on my socials, we're talking,
right.
with respects.
Right.
Now, so when you get your shit off, that's cool and that's fine, and we don't have to, agree or disagree. But I mean, Jesus Christ, like,
I like this one.
After a while, I was just like, wow.
Legit question: how are people who watch the NFL and Eric Reid not sellouts, but Jay-Z is? Don't call me no sellout. I'm watch football, goddamn. It's football season. I know it's preseason, but I'm still hyping. We beat the Titans last night. But whatever. Don't call me no sellout. I don't understand Eric Reid. I'm gonna say this, Eric Reid. I respect you. I respect what you're doing. But for you to call Jay-Z a sellout is like a super low blow, dude. And I understand. I love the back and forth that he and Stephen A. Smith had. I don't usually agree with a lot of stuff that Stephen A. Smith says, sports wise. But that goddamn video that he posted. Thank you, Mr. Smith. Thank you, Mr. Smith. I'm gonna have to pull it up. But he and Stephen A. were going back and forth about him calling Jay-Z a sellout. And Stephen A. was like, I respect you. However, how you call this man a sellout with all that he has done? Give him a chance, basically, to show you what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Okay,
so and shouts out to Brandy Hill. That's a lady.
Shouts out to Brandy.
She took a lot of my pictures at the beginning of all my career, but I'm gonna read this part. She said, if Jay-Z really was about changing things up, he'll leave those slave drivers right where their asses are, dying a slow death. He'll start his own black-owned football league. He'll do all the shit they refuse to do, starting with addressing TPI and the incredible horrible pay and the horrible struggles players have in transitioning back into regular life after the ball. So, when I read that, the first thing I thought about it was, isn't he like managing like players?
He's at Rock Nation.
And one of his major reasons for doing that, I remember him specifically saying, these people are not being paid correctly, and these people are being misused by their contracts. So that's why he formed all that.
Right, and he has our boy from the St. Louis Ram, Todd Gurley, as a part of Rock Nation sports agency.
And so we still want to bash Hove?
Yeah.
We still want to put him in this position because he's like trickling in, snaking. Like, if you want to call Jay-Z a snake, you know what I'm saying? Let's call him a snake on this terms. Like, him trying to finagle his way to make sure that these players are getting paid correctly and, putting these people in better positions. Mm-hmm. This, I'm like, so, but she's not thinking about the fact that he is managing people.
He is.
And that was like the beginning thing. Like, that was like a small part of him, like, moving into a lot of things. I'm like, man, y'all forgetting all the history that this guy's doing.
Right, and somebody actually asked a question about him owning an NFL team. Like, would that be a conflict of interest with Rock Nation? He actually is not the actual person attached to these players. It's just his company, so it actually won't be a conflict of interest for him if he owned an NFL team. So, to answer your question, Cal, my fellow Patriots fan, that's the question to answer your question. But no, it won't cause any issues. But as far as that goes, when they're saying start like a lot of black-owned stuff, I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. We don't support black people like that.
Man, listen.
We really don't. Y'all want us to start stuff, but you don't support really like that. Like, you really don't. Even if he started his own league, you're still gonna be screaming Cowboys forever, Giants, all of that. My ass is probably gonna still be a Patriots fan, but I would still show love to the other league.
Love,
right?
take the other side or whatever.
But I don't think that they would like switch over like that. They kind of like, if you start this league, you're gonna stop watching NFL. You a lie. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. And what are they gonna do with all those other players? The other players ain't just gonna leave their hundreds of millions to go over to this black league that doesn't have the funding that the NFL non-profit organization has. So I hear you, sis. But and his social and the initiative is actually about social injustice. It's not about the concussions and all that type of stuff. So I don't know where all of that came from, ma'am. I saw more of your comments, but it's about social injustice, like the police brutality. It's not about the injuries.
And that's the thing that
you're on the other side of what he's not doing.
Yeah, that's the thing that kind of threw me off a little bit with that. And again, respect to her comments, but I was just like, y'all missing the whole point of this shit. Like, and that's why I thought about the whole management part of it. Because I remember reading, every now and then they'll pop up, Jay-Z's managing this person and managing that person. And like his main thing is, I want to make sure these people get paid correctly. I want to make sure they get into the resources and stuff that they need to get because these people in the NFL ain't giving it to them.
Right.
So let me step in and do this part of it. I'm like, that little part right there means a lot.
Right, it does.
It applies to that. But at the same time, too, again, we're talking about the social injustice of the shit.
Not the concussions protocols and all of that. He's not a part of that, like, at all. So, but,
Let me read my point.
Go ahead.
So, I was spotted with shouts out to Keith West. And he said, this line of thinking is why I pump my brakes. And I said, I'm not raising my eyebrow, blah, blah. He was like, I agree, however, my problem with Jay has always been that he's never leveraged his positions initially, always waiting like a lion in the winter. My hope is that the NFL doesn't get wise and do him like the Nets did. Use the plug into Black America to give him a boost with some lifetime tickets. So my reply was, respects, but I feel like blacks need to understand the position we're in overall. Anyone of great black power will still be reminded that they're black. So it's going to take some sacrificial situations to get to the point where we can finally stand with other races. Plus, we need to peep how these corporations are ran, then build our own. Now, then I said some blacks can't even pay their JEA bill on time, but want a corporation to give them positions.
Oh, God. Shit, JEA high. Shit. No, but I hear what you saying.
But they don't think about that shit when they want no Mary J boots though. They like,
so you gonna throw the Mary J boots out there?
I'm saying though, niggas gonna pay you that offer though.
They better be $29.99 messing with
and
me. I'm so cheap. Okay.
But
so
some people don't, it's the whole priority shit, you know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people don't look at the priorities that Jay-Z's doing. Like, Jay has definitely prioritized himself clearly in like America, let alone Black America. So for us to, and I say us collectively, for us to like shit on him the way we've been shitting on him immediately, like
2 seconds and they turned on him. When not even, he was lighting up Twitter with a lot of stuff that he was doing for us. But immediately everybody, oh, he's a sellout, he's a coon. But just 2 weeks ago, you were calling him a martyr for the black people. Like he was he was our guy, our go-to guy. You wanted him to go get ASAP. You want him to handle this, handle that, because you know that he has been doing that.
The way he did Meek Mill, yo, like
Meek.
Yo, I'm telling you, if y'all haven't, please go watch that documentary.
Is it on Netflix?
Yes. And it will make it so bad. I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna it's not really a spoiler. It's documentary because it already happened. But all the injustice that he got was all from black people. The black judge, the black police officers that arrested him, all that shit from black people. From black people.
Look at the camera and say.
From black people, our own.
Our own. We are so hard.
We are
on
so.
Our own. We don't give our own any chances. But I actually said this to you that if it were Eminem, you niggas would be, oh my God, Eminem, yeah.
The most they might say about Eminem in that situation is, I hate him as a rapper. Knowing that this guy is like a very top tier pioneer of hip hop. But you'd be like, oh, okay, cool. It's Eminem by the team. wow, he took a long time to go buy a team.
Right, you wouldn't
But
give
it's
him the
fucking
shit
Jay-Z, and I'm
but
like,
because it's Jay-Z, because it's this black guy, it's Jay-Z. Y'all are gonna give him so much shit. We are so
Like, this
hard on
guy-
our own. Like we can't make any mistakes. We have to be perfect in the
But even
eyes
with
of
the
our own
perfect-
people, and it's just like,
But even with Crystal, even with the perfect shit, black people come with some perfect ass shit, and people still in the trenches shitting on them people because, like
They
you
gonna
said,
find
prime
something
example, Chance the Rapper, prime example, Lizzo, like. Let these people live.
right.
Niggas happy. Why they can't be happy? You got to be in misery the whole fucking time.
I had a bad bitch.
And shouts out to Lizzo. I'm on that show too.
When?
And it's in September, I believe.
I'm hating. So.
And what y'all gonna be the Ari Lennox?
Oh, I'm double hating right now. Like, oh, that's gonna be a great show. I'm hating.
No, we gonna listen. We gonna work something out. We gotta go to the show together.
I
I feel like you'd be like one of the best people to go to the show too.
You would be so embarrassed though.
No, I would. We would have the best time.
I promise you would be embarrassed. Can you come?
We gonna plan it. We gonna do a Bruce Lee show and a shit talk no face in the midst of the concert. That shit gonna be dope.
You know what? Side note, Jay-Z, I was in a car yesterday, right? I don't have satellite radio, so I was in my mom's car. And I was listening to the Rock the Bell station, which is like the best station in the world to me. Run's House came on. That is one of my favorite songs ever. I lost my shit in the car, right? I'm in the whose house? Oh, what's up, Kim, my friend? I was like driving, swerving and shit.
The Rock the Bell show on fucking satellite radio is like deep as shit.
It is. Thank you, LL. Uncle L.
Shouts out to LL too on that, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
You would be embarrassed.
I don't care. But shit, like, no. I've been like, shit, you want another drink? Let's go. Come on. Like,
the thing is, I don't even need no drinks. I don't even need no drinks. If I got some music and like some of my favorite artists on the stage, I'm in a zone, like a serious zone. And I was riding yesterday and I'm jamming. I was like, boy, if somebody was in this car with me right now, they'll be like, oh my God.
I'd probably jump in and give you ad libs. All that say you do it, I just come back with some harmonizing.
I was just letting y'all know I'm a little crazy, but yes, we got to find one. I know you see 3-6 Mafia and all them coming with a tour, and if they come to Atlanta, I'm going. So,
like I said on that post, I was like, they got to do Pop My Collar. That's all.
Yes.
I mean, they got to do other shit too, but the Pop My Collar.
It's supposed to be 3-6 DMX. If DMX comes on the stage, just
DMX?
move out my way.
Wow.
Just move, just like, okay.
Who else
Turning
on the show?
into a whole dog right now.
Who else on the show?
Oh,
so
man.
3-6 DMX and
3-6 DMX. I'm gonna tell you right now who like everybody is. It's like it's gonna be a dope ass show. All I know is I have to go. I cannot miss it like at all.
what you call it doing the show too?
So,
Was it No Limit? They going on a
Stop.
No Limit tour? They did something in New Orleans. Yeah, my homie Eric was talking about it in groups. He was saying that it's like No Limit. They going on a tour.
don't play with me.
It'll be like Mystical, Mia X.
Cause Mia.
Yeah.
Speaking of Mia X, y'all gonna stop leaving her off these hip hop lists, okay? Stop leaving her off these hip hop lists like she won the shit, okay? All right. I was a little offended.
She was killer shit.
I was a little offended when I saw that first top 50 list. You know, we ain't gonna get into the top 20
Oh man.
today. But stop leaving Mama Mia. The biggest Mama Mia, unladylike diva, lyrical man eater, believer.
Yeah.
Don't leave her off these lists no more, okay? Don't get me started. But I'm gonna have to find this little link. But let me go back to what the topic was, Jay-Z. See, we get to get into a music zone, y'all, and we lose it. Forgive us, but we like music.
No, you good, man. People right back with us.
But back to Jay-Z. Basically, let me just say this about Jay. I'm gonna take the fan side of me out. Looking at everything that he has done, give the man the benefit of the doubt.
I love how she said, let me take the fan side of it out. Like, that's why I be looking at, I be checking people in regards to legitimacy.
Mm-hmm.
If you can remove yourself from the situation and actually look at it from, you know what I'm saying, like multiple standpoints and still be able to educated answer and reply.
Right.
It makes perfect sense.
I'm gonna take the, y'all know I love Jay, but I'm gonna take that out. But just looking at everything that he does, And I wanted to play y'all what Stephen A. Smith said that I absolutely agree with. So let me let y'all hear it.
If Jay-Z decides to collaborate with the NFL and use the strong arm of the NFL to impact communities, disenfranchised communities throughout our nation in a very, very positive way, then excuse me, wasn't that the goal that Colin Kaepernick had? Wasn't that the goal that Eric Reid had? Wasn't that the goal that a plethora of other people who supported them had? It wasn't about getting Colin Kaepernick back in the NFL.
Right.
It was about making sure that the issues that Colin Kaepernick illuminated for all of us were being addressed. And if those things are being addressed, then that was the ultimate goal. If Jay-Z decides to collaborate with the NFL and use the...
That's it. Basically, everybody, well, Colin still ain't got a job. That wasn't what the protesting was about. It wasn't about him having a job. And Eric Reid, Eric, dude, can you stop calling this man a sellout? Come on, Eric. Like, come on. I respect.
Like I said, his nose is a damn sellout.
I saw that.
When I saw that video, I was like, this guy. Shouts out to boss lady Tia. She was like, is he slow or something? I was like, that nigga knows. Like, that nigga knows tells it all.
Right. Right.
He looked like he didn't want to say nothing. Like he was kind of like, yeah, I don't know.
So Eric Reid actually responded to Stephen A's video, and he said, "We never advocated for Colin to lose his job while we fought against systemic oppression that's unjust and where the NFL inserted itself into this. Now the NFL is championing, I can't even say that word, y'all. Yeah, social justice to cover their own systemic oppression and blackballing Colin, so we will fight." So Stephen A responded, "Fair enough, Eric, but you weren't advocating for him to keep it either. You were advocating for something far greater than that, something that transcends you and Cap, which is why you both deserve our profound respect and gratitude. But how about seeing what Jay-Z does first?" Exactly. How about seeing what Jay-Z does first?
Oh, shouts out to Sean King. No, ain't no good shout out.
Oh, I'm gonna say, he don't roll. I don't seen a little video about him. I'm like, cut Sean out.
I didn't even know he had a damn podcast. But I listened to his episode about Jay-Z, and I was just like, he kept initiating the fact that this deal came out on the third year.
Mm-hmm. That's when they put it out there. It had nothing to do with Jay-Z putting the shit out there. That's just the media happened to be some assholes and release it on that day.
That's what I'm saying. Like, check your fucking local medias, people. Like, check these fucking people online. Like, that legit shit is real.
And from what I'm reading about you, Sean King, you be doing all these fundraisers for these causes and that money be disappearing. So hush.
Oh, word?
Puppy.
Oh, word?
Word.
Oh, shit.
Hush. Right now.
He one of those type of people?
He one of them.
Ah.
Hush, Sean. Be quiet, boo-boo. Before Shea Butter Twitter gets you.
So he must be on like the one of them like politician side type of guys.
I don't know. He's supposed to be for the black people. He always jumping in and inserting himself when there's an issue in the black community. However, for what I'm saying and what I've been saying like a lot of is that he be doing all these fundraisers and the money just disappears, like it doesn't go towards what he's fundraising for.
So he's the actual capitalist.
Boom. When I saw his video, I was like, oh no, boo-boo. Don't fix your mouth. Because I have no problem atting a nigga on Twitter. Like, none. At Sean King, shut your ass up. Because this is what's going around about you. Sweep your own front door before you try to sweep somebody else's. What's wrong?
Well, I'm going to read this point out.
Oh.
I don't know if we pointed this out.
Uh-huh.
So it said this one guy responded back to Stevens and said if Jay and the NFL were genuine about impacting those being disenfranchised, why is Cap being excluded? When Cap initiated this dialogue to begin with, why does the NFL have to address social justice within the content of a Super Bowl halftime show?
It's not just about a super, and I mentioned this earlier. The deal isn't only specifically for him handling a Super Bowl halftime show. That's not what it's about. He's actually partnering with them on their social justice initiative. Okay, and
Breathe.
Cap, it's not about Cap at this point. Cap wasn't kneeling about Cap. I'm gonna say that. Y'all keep focusing on Cap having a job. That is not why Cap kneeled. Him having a job. He lost his job because he kneeled. But his kneeling was not about him keeping his job. His kneeling was about social injustices, which is what Jay-Z has partnered with the NFL about. He's also going to be a part of the entertainment part because, goddamn it, I'm tired of seeing Pink Floyd and whoever else. But it's not about Cap having a job. I feel like if Cap got a job, would y'all shut the fuck up? Like, is that what y'all?
That's one of my main questions. I really feel like people would still be on some bullshit. Like, even if Cap was holding hands with Jay-Z, walking to these meetings, and they came out and was like, we reached this deal for NFL, blah, blah, blah. People still have a fucking problem.
They still will have a problem. I feel like he's just damned if he do, he damned if he don't. Damned if I'm do, damned if I don't. Sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. I can't take it. You remember that song?
Yeah. And I'm not canceling Jay-Z. That ain't happening.
Damn that.
You
gonna tell me I can't listen to goddamn American Gangster album? You crazy. I can't listen to Blueprint. You crazy. Reasonable Doubt.
Somebody was like, he had capitalism. That he was talking about it his whole life and whole career, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh
he's
my
been
God.
talking about building, like, whatever. Like, y'all want somebody to be like broke and rapping. Like, what the fuck is the point? Like, and Eric Reid, I kind of feel like they made a point. Like, if you feel this way about NFL, why do you still play, baby? Why you still play? And they talking about he trying to feed his family. I'm sure he's made enough to feed his family.
Right.
Why you still
But
playing?
if you were so up on that shit, then why? I mean, you would take the chances that your boy took.
Right.
I mean, if you're gonna stand that hard about him, like
stand with Cap outside of the NFL. Then. That was a real dickhead for saying that. But I'm just saying.
I'm just saying too. You in the locker room.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And
you're
and
like
I have
a fucking hypocrite, yo.
Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know, Eric. Much respect to you. I love watching you play. I love the game of football. I love the NFL. I know that they have their shit, but I'm probably never going to stop watching the NFL because I just love football. So, speaking of when you brought up the big three, you brought up Gary Payton and the trash talk. Yeah. That's what made me love Jalen Ramsey. Trash talk.
Yeah.
Trash
we need
talk.
that shit for Duval. Like, we need that. We never had. From what I'm thinking about, I don't remember having anybody that like embodied like this shit talking that we had. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I loved it. I love the fact he came out that damn truck.
That's I was dying laughing.
I was like, what? I'm like, this happened downtown.
It did.
Like, this ain't happening in fucking Philadelphia or LA. This shit happened in Jacksonville. Like, bring that attention to us. Bring that energy to us. Like, I'm with that shit. Talk that shit. And we got the new quarterback. Like, I'm like, this gonna be a good season for us. Regardless, even if we do 2 and whatever, but it's the pride in it. It's so much energy in us right now.
I love you, Jalen. I love you, Jalen. I do. I love the trash talk. Like, man, like. That's the part of sports that I love. That's why I did love Gary Payton. But that's the part of sports that I love. They got to get rid of that taunting as penalty. Yeah. That shit is dumb as fuck.
Yeah. I've never thought Payton was that bad until I watched him in the big three. I was like, Payton talks so much shit. But I love it though. I
miss that type of basketball where they used to talk shit like that.
Yeah. Like, now everybody trying to jump on bandwagons and
trying to be 3-point shooters and shit. Everybody want to be Steph Curry or Chef Curry with the pot.
They want to build these
super teams.
Yeah.
But you know what though? This is probably the first season, NBA season that I'm looking forward to because everybody broke up.
Oh yeah.
Like, I feel like it's going to be super competitive now. And I know we don't went through a whole bunch of stuff, but it's sports season for me. I love sports.
I love it.
So,
especially like you said, basketball. It's everybody doing their own thing.
It's about to be good as hell.
It's almost like this whole NBA Jam type shit going on.
Yes, the two.
Yeah.
Yes. I play video games too.
Yeah, it's like that whole shit. So I'm looking forward to seeing that shit in action, man. Because you know, I love to see Golden State win, but it was just like, okay, cool, we need to give somebody else a chance,
right?
And you know, this is kind of unfair,
right? So, I'm sure people feel like that about the Patriots, you know, but
of course. Shout out to the Patriots.
I'm being a real hypocrite when it comes to that, but
you like, so what, niggas?
Can't if you tired of seeing them, beat them. Right. That's my thing.
Either that or cut the TV off. Yeah. And even with the NFL shit, you know, I know people be boycotting that shit, but man, it's such a great pastime. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't knock nobody for not, you know, for wanting to watch it. Like, we should just let people just do what they do. It ain't no, you know, hypocrite type shit when people be wanting to watch NFL. Like, it's people pastime.
Right. Oh God. Back to Jay. Let me tell y'all about this tweet I just saw.
Uh-oh.
Jay-Z could open a private prison and y'all would say at least Hov is running it. Man, shut the at Blake don't crack.
What was the reply?
A black man could open a grocery store and niggas would still walk past it to support another group of people or beg for discounts till he go out of business. We have a lot of growing up to do, minus Jay-Z.
Boom.
Both of y'all shut up. Well, I'm not going to say you replier, but the original person, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
The replier is actually making a good point. Cause
that's why I said not the replier.
Yeah, I mean, because we can have, we can have a grocery store here for 10 years, a black-owned grocery store, and niggas still going to want to go to Publix. Like, granted, they got fresh fruit.
Amazing strawberries and grapes. Yes, they do.
I ain't gonna lie about that. Them goddamn wings be busted.
You know what? I think I want some. I don't cook, but I think I want some fried wings. Now that you just brought that up.
But you know, people, you know, it ain't gonna be no shift. But I mean, we still have to acknowledge the support. You know what I'm saying? People still support him. So.
Man, I can't even. I saw so many tweets that I just wanted to, like, if I could just like do like a virtual slap, I would slap the shit out of some people. Like, so many tweets about Jay-Z. It's like,
and all these black people.
A lot of them, yeah, the majority of them are black people.
Oh my God.
That's the thing that gets me. Majority of them are black people, and they're just like so like against everything that he is doing, everything that he is about. And please stop bringing Beyonce into this. She ain't got shit to do with it.
I'm missing out on the good shit because I have not seen a Beyonce reference come through.
So y'all know.
But I knew there was.
You know.
I knew there was no dog.
You know it. So there was a tweet a while ago asking, would you rather have dinner with Jay-Z or would you take like $500,000, right? So somebody, Karen Sybil, come on, Karen, not you too. I love you. Don't do this to me. Jay-Z reportedly told Jermaine Dupri to turn down the same Super Bowl deal that he signed. Yeah. Apparently, somebody else actually that's a part of the industry said that it was not the same Super Bowl deal. The only deal that Jermaine Dupri was getting was basically to put together a Super Bowl halftime show. All the other stuff about the social justice and justice initiative was not brought up. So it was not the same deal. Right? It was just specifically for Atlanta, not NFL altogether. So it was not the same deal. But this person replied to that particular tweet saying, this is what happens when you have dinner with Jay-Z instead of getting money. I'm sorry, Jay, I love you, but if they say have dinner with Jay-Z, you'll get $500,000, I'm going to have to take the coin. You know what I'm saying? And I'll meet you later on. Since I got a little bit of money now, you know, I might meet you at the show. I can buy dinner, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'll meet you at the MTV Awards if you go. You know, you and Beyonce don't even be going like that no more. But, you know, I'll meet you somewhere.
So is this
later on.
Is this the real Paul Mooney?
That is Paul Mooney. What did he say? I was trying to find that tweet. What did he say?
He said, leave Jay-Z alone. He is in position to get folks paid, right or wrong. Move on, stay woke.
Now, if Paul Mooney said leave him alone.
Ain't nobody gonna stop watching sports. Game is game. Play or sit
down. Okay, now Paul Mooney. Y'all know who Paul Mooney is?
I was like, Paul Mooney don't get involved.
He is super pro-black, okay? Right. And if he said leave Jay alone, y'all need to leave Jay the hell alone. Because Paul don't give a goddamn. I sure was looking for that tweet.
Paul tweeted this shit too.
Wow.
He said, hold on real quick. He said, somebody replied and said, and he's doing what they always allow Negroes to do, entertain. Paul will come back and say he has a new job. Should he go to Walmart, Apple, Amazon, etc. instead? What do you want from one black man and his family? Ain't been on a job a week and folks quickly cried.
Right. So this guy says, ehill_10, you have to play their game, insert yourself in their game, and then change their game. Protesting won't ever be enough. Real change requires action much greater than a trendy social media hashtag. What Jay-Z did needed to be done. Boom. Boom. I ain't got no bombs, but boom, drop some bombs on it. Fred, I need your soundboard for this moment right now, because that's exactly what it is. Like, how did y'all want change from the outside? They see y'all kneeling and they finding y'all now. So it's like, what do you want to do? Which is fucked up, Roger. Finding people by their kneeling. But
I'm trying to find some legit people that saying stuff. These are rinky-dinky ass people. I'm blown past these.
I only was liking like the ones that I actually agreed with. Like, I was so upset with Jamil. Like, I'm like, really, Jamil? No, not you. No. But let me see if I can find what her thing said. Jamil, yeah, she. But anywho, while we sit right here looking for this, what's your favorite Jay-Z album?
I said American Gangster.
American Gangster. Okay, so.
I said that, that's a good question. I can take my Nas shit off real, but Jay-Z. Yeah. I can take Nas all day, but Jay-Z, let's see, I like all his albums. But the one that if I was to get in the car and say I want to listen to Jay-Z, I'm gonna go to Hovey Baby, which is on
Hovey
Blueprint.
Baby.
That's my absolute favorite song of Jay-Z, which that's on Blueprint too.
Yes.
So I'll say American Gangster first, and then the first Blueprint.
It's tough for me. It's super tough for me.
It's very tough.
First of all, I want to say shout out to my mama. Because my mom used to make sure when I was young that I would be at those Jay-Z concerts.
Wow, okay, that's dope.
It didn't matter if it was here, Orlando, Atlanta.
Wow.
She knew Jay-Z was my favorite. She would get me to those Jay-Z concerts.
Shouts out to
I've
Mom
seen Reasonable Doubt perform live. I've seen up until the Black Album perform live. So it's like, it's tough for me, man. Like, Blueprint might be my favorite. American Gangster's up there. Then I got Black Album. I love Black Album. But then 444, I love 444, man.
Yeah,
like, I don't know, it's tough. He's the artist that I put on if I'm on a road trip. I start from Reasonable Doubt and I let it flow. Like, it's hard for me.
444 was such a great damn album.
It really is super hard for me.
Black Album was very great.
You know what?
I mean, even with the Blueprint 3, like when he...
Yes.
At that point when he did Blueprint 3, he had no reason to rap.
Blueprint 3 was the one with DOA, right? Death of an Artist, Death Autotune.
Is it? Yeah,
I think so.
And New York,
then,
that's when he introduced J. Cole, yeah.
Yes. When he introduced J. Cole on that
the Stars Born.
Platform. Yes. Dang.
I didn't put Jay-Z. I didn't put Cole in a sweet ass spot.
Yes, he did. Dang. Yeah, no, but yeah, shout out to my mom. Like, I really want to do like a whole episode of like all the music that I was introduced to, or the music that my mom bought for me. Like, I have big ass plastic containers of CDs, and the majority of my mom bought for me because I was just like a crazy music fan.
Mom, man.
Like, she bought me my first Terror Squad album.
Oh wow.
Nigga, I love Terror Squad. I was like, for me?
That's dope that mom did that, man.
Mama put me on. Gap Band is like my favorite old school band. Gap Band, she would buy me all Gap Band stuff. Like, but anywho, yes. So that's why I'm like such a huge. Coming up, I was able to go to all of my favorite. I was able to see LL Cool J in concert. I was able to see DMX. And I know y'all like, but R. Kelly. I was able to see R. Kelly. I was able to see Trick Daddy. Yeah. Trick Daddy. I used to love Trick Daddy. I was like a teenager, but you couldn't tell me that with my boo. Trick Daddy. She dropped me and my friend Talia. We used to go to the concerts together. Drop our asses out. Bye. Ja Rule. And for you MFers, stop acting like y'all listen to Ja Rule. And y'all weren't singing, talking about every thug needs a lady. Yes, you were. Yes, you were. Y'all on that 50 Cent train. 50 cool, but I prefer Ja.
Yeah, I prefer Ja.
So
Ja was slamming them damn hits out.
he was.
We was dancing off all that shit between 2000 and 2005.
He was, and then it wasn't even just like dancing. Like he had some bars. Like
Right.
Ja looked at what was that? The Vinny
Veggie, yeah.
The album when he first came on with Holla Holla. Anybody that ready to get dollar. That album was fire. Rule 336 was fire. Pain is Love is fire. Like stop playing.
That song with New York, the one where it was him, Jadakiss and Fat Joe.
Yes. I know what you're talking about.
Nicholas, nigga from New York. That shit was hard as shit.
Yes.
That shit was hard
Yes.
as hell. And all three of them got off on it.
They did.
Easily.
They
But you went
did.
in front, right? Okay.
But so we done with the J. What you got to say? Final thought on the Jay-Z situation.
Final thought on the Jay-Z situation. I guess I need to look at the camera.
Look at the camera. Say it.
So, I'm specifically talking to my African American people.
Yeah.
Regardless if whatever you want to be called, African American, black, nigga, Negro, it don't matter.
Turn me down.
I love it. But yo, we can't sit here and scream about when we're like basically take yourself out of the equation. Take all your personal thoughts and stuff out of the equation. Just like how Crystal did when she said, you know, as a fan, I'm gonna take my love out to speak on this. We have to understand that we all have an opinion, but those opinions need to be exercised correctly. You need to understand the other factors before you can sit here and make a full, like, individual opinion and then start attacking and then start canceling. And I want us blacks to be a lot better when it comes to that shit. Because when we get hemmed up on shit and when we need rehabilitation, we do not need anybody knocking us down, regardless if it's a rehabilitation in regards to going forward or if anybody backslided.
Mm-hmm.
We still need to be rehabilitated and we still need to get the option to do that. And we need to have the option to, see things through. And black people, we don't give people that shit. And we definitely don't do that shit to our own.
Right.
And we have to stop doing that. And we have to stop discrediting people that we don't know a lot of shit about.
Right.
So in this Jay-Z situation, honestly speaking, we all were not in the room. We all don't know the conversations that were had. We don't know any of these things. So me and Chris are sitting here on some educated shit, like breaking it down. Well, first off, we're saying y'all a lot of shit that we seeing is some bullshit. Second off, we're speaking from an educated theory of things. You guys have to do that as well, even with the consumer part of it. I need y'all to do better with that. That's my last thought on it.
Right. My last thought is get over it. Pretty much, get over it. Like he's gonna no, but for real. My last thought is basically we need some action now. We've kneeled, they hear us, now we need some action. And I feel like Jay-Z is making them put that shit into action. Okay, give him a moment. Let's see what's gonna happen. If some bullshit come out on the other end, then you talk your shit. But right now, give the man the benefit of the doubt and stop comparing this nigga to slavery is a choice ass Kanye. It ain't the same.
Oh, you know what? And stop using that motherfucking ape shit line that he did. And the line that stop.
The one where he said the NFL, they need me. I don't need the NFL. The NFL need me. Well, they kind of do.
Well, it really happened.
They kind of do. You see that on reach down to him, right?
Like
about the Super Bowl, it was like I don't need.
But people are using that line, and I'm like, why are y'all using that line? Like he clearly saying that, okay, child, I need y'all to do better. Please do better.
Do better. Get off Jay-Z this, Jay-Z that, Jay-Z that, Jay-Z this. Get off Jay-Z dick.
And Jay-Z news.
And Jay-Z news. That was on Blueprint 2 for y'all that don't know. Yeah. But you want to go ahead and drop your social media.
Socials.
Yeah.
So I'm drinking water. Trying to get my.
He's drinking water.
Trying to keep my. Oh, you
drinking water.
I've been drinking all weekend. So onestopshop, MrAlpete.com, MRALPETE. Come meet me at Twitter as well. Twitter, Facebook, IG, Snapchat, all of it is Mr. Alpete, man. But I be on that Twitter gang so hard. So want to have conversations, want to just talk music, you want to talk shit.
Talk.
Yeah. I try, look, I have my little small way of doing my shit talking on that. Very, very fucking petty. Lightweight, heavy petty. So yeah, come holler at me, Mr. LP.
And y'all know me, I am your girl, Hendrix Monae. You can find me on Twitter, Hendrix Monae. Put all that shit together. Don't put no space, no dash, no commas, no pound signs, none of that. Hendrix Monae. Instagram, Hendrix Monae. Put it together. You can find me on Facebook too, Hendrix Monae. You can separate it on there. And you can follow follow the show. They do have it. No, just put it together. Like no space, no nothing. And you can follow the show Twitter at shit TLKNOFRG. Follow me. And when you want to talk your shit, hashtag shit talk no fragrance or hashtag shit talk. I'm gonna talk my shit back to you. You know, so you might want to be a little bit respectful because I roast. Goddamn it, I do this. You know what I'm saying? I can get you in this roast game.
She's definitely a roaster, y'all. Like I've seen.
Don't do it to yourself.
You don't really be roasting on like. Well, you roast on Twitter, but Facebook?
Facebook, I like
people.
people.
Lighting their ass up. I'm talking about like, I love it. I read those comments, I'm like, get them. Some people be saying some
I can't help myself. But
people be saying some dumb ass shit. That's what they be saying.
That's true. And I don't like dumb shit. So also, if you want to email me, you can email me at shittalknofragrance. Spell it all out. At gmail.com. All right. So before I go, since you say this your jam,
Yes.
I love it how you come in. That's my nigga.
I
love this
song.
album. You know? I don't think he has a bad album like at all. Like
no,
he just don't. People like talk about this one, and somebody said Blueprint 3, and I like to snap on them. So like, how is Blueprint 3 bad? Like when? How? Like.
I don't know. I just think, everybody had a little pocket. Maybe 1 or 2 albums that's kind of not strong. But on after that is Kingdom Come.
Kingdom Come is the worst. I won't say bad.
But it's not bad.
He got some good ones on there, like Lost Ones. What is it? Beach Share. I like Beach Share. And
it's like the last song he had was talking about 9/11 or something like that. He was going at it next day too.
Speaking of, since he just made that line right there, I'm gonna go back to it. Let me go back when he said David and the glove on his shoulders. He trying to see much further than he is. Y'all don't be listening to him. I feel like y'all don't be listening to like what he be saying for real. Like for real.
I think a lot of people just look at the fact that he's with Beyonce and they got this power thing going, and they're like, okay, we're just gonna elevate this shit.
And y'all gonna stop calling him Mr. Nose because he was Sean Corey Carter, Jay-Z before he got with Beyonce.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Stop calling him Mr. Nose, and he's the billionaire, not her. Okay.
Straight the fuck up.
Okay.
Straight.
Stop trying, my boy. I love B, but when it comes to the munchie, it's him. Alright,
yeah.
You know, I love B. You know, but you know, whatever.
Right.
And that's it, y'all. Y'all have a good day. We out. Peace and blessings.
Yeah, man. Thank
you know what I'm saying? I'm focused, man. I quote Jay-Z all day long, y'all. Like, for real. Bye.